Should you get your GCSE papers remarked? Well, first of all, there isn't such a thing really as a remark. You have two options. One is a clerical recheck and the second is a review of marking, and I will just go through quickly with you what those entail. So the first one, a clerical recheck, is kind of an admin check really. So they'll check that they've marked all the pages and that they haven't missed any questions out and that the mark on your results slip matches what's on the exam paper. And these take about 10 calendar days to come back to you. So a review of marking is where they look at the original examiner's marks and see if they've applied the mark scheme correctly. They do this by looking at the level that they've awarded your answers. So you'll know that sometimes you might have a range of marks within a level, like 3 to 5 marks, for instance. And so if they agree with the level that the original examiner gave, they won't change it. There has to be a disagreement in the level that they were awarded to actually change your overall mark. So if they think in the original marking you were a 3, and then the new marker, the second marker, thinks it's a 5, but they're both in the same level, they won't change your mark. So it's important to know that. They can also downgrade your mark if they think it should be a lower level, and that's always worth remembering, that just because you've applied for a remark doesn't mean you'll necessarily go up or stay the same. If you're not sure whether to have a review of marking, your school can request a marked copy of your paper and they can have a look at the questions to see whether they think it's worth putting in for a review. If you decide to go ahead with a review of marking, then this can take up to 20 calendar days. It's also worth mentioning that you can put in for reviews of moderation if it's a controlled assessment. Whether to go ahead with a review of marking or moderation is very personal. It may be because it's a core subject that you want to pursue it, because it depends on your future college place or sixth form place. So for example, English, maths and science, in particular English and maths, are going to be the ones that you maybe value as most important. What I would say though is talk to your teachers. Generally, if it's more than 2 to 3 marks away from the boundary, they'll be more hesitant in putting it in for a review of marking, as it's unlikely to go up. And also, as I say, remember that it can also go down.